There is just one.
Congratulations to LeBron James.
That's me. There we go. Who got fired that you wanted out? Heat vibes. D-Court, it was Gunther? It was Gunther, right? What's up? Eduardo said he's new here. Gunther trash. I saw, do you follow me on Twitter? As soon as I saw it, I was like, oh yeah, I know he happy. Eduardo, what brought you to Quality Sports? Was it the Packers video, or you been here, you just showing up? My Wi-Fi is trash everywhere I go. I'm a big Steph Curry fan. I'm still a Pistons fan, but I like Steph's story. You're a Packers fan. Thanks for coming, man. Yeah, that was a rough game. It was a good game. I knew they weren't going to pull it out. I was really upset that I didn't get the video up earlier because I knew that I recorded it the day before. I knew the score was going to be 31-24 just because it's so Lionsy to just lose by a touchdown or they put them away by going up a field goal or something like that. So I'm really geeked that I predicted that on point. That should have landed me a job somewhere. But the video got picked. It went pretty well. I'll say about 20K. So it's still climbing. Gunther trash. Gridiron Blitz. I'm back. Oh yeah, it was a really good game. I'm the Marvin Jones catch. It's the NFL absolutely hates the Lions. Like, there's no way that you review that and then say, oh, he didn't catch it. So, I mean, I knew they weren't going to get that call. You would hope for it, but it kind of led to Stafford getting hurt. And, I think this Sunday, the video is going to be about Stafford and everybody's speculation that it's his last game in Detroit, which is, it's crazy, man. Like, this is the third superstar that we wasted their career, and now we're gonna part ways with them. Instead of like drafting somebody to usher them in or something stupid, like we're just gonna give them away just to tank for a couple of years. So should be more fun Lions football on the way. Mariota looked like a superstar. I ain't gonna say all that. He looked like a capable quarterback. You come in the game and nobody got film on you and they don't really know what to expect. So, he looked capable, but that interception almost killed him. Who won? I don't remember the game. Who won? Was it the Raiders? I hope we don't hire Dimitroff. Yeah, I saw people already trying to get Carr out of there. How do I feel about too hype mopey beef? I don't know what that is. I'm old, man. You got to start saying stuff to me slowly. Yeah, I do remember Matt Chalk. By this point, the only way to save the Lions would be on the fours by the city of Detroit. Curry, 29 points, back-to-back games in 27 minutes. Yeah, I think everybody's talking about Luka for MVP and Curry having a MVP-like season. Like, this is the most he's been down and out and had to carry a team. Clay won't be there. He might average 30. Irrelevant to back up, yeah. Man, the Scott Mitchell era was horrible. I hated that era. It was the worst. Like, the people that think that Stafford are bad would blow a gasket watching Scott Mitchell. Like, the only reason that Scott Mitchell even had a chance is just because you couldn't put 8 in the box against Barry, or you had to put 8 in the box against Barry Sanders. That's the only reason Scott Mitchell was capable. I think the worst play that I remember off the top of my head was that I think it was like a 94-yard interception return against the Redskins. Pick 6. It was horrible. Hey, Scott Mitchell was trash, man. Yeah, I mean, you can't get him any more help. Yo, the Chargers are. Oh yeah, the Chargers. The Chargers are trash. Anthony Lynn is horrible, man. Like I think. Let me ask you this. I know football. Not to say that you guys don't. I could get at least. Last night I said 9 wins. I could get at least 6 wins in the NFL because I know I can outcoach Adam Gase. I know I can outcoach Matt Patricia. That's 6 wins combined right there. I know, like it's Anthony, like the fourth quarter, like the last drive before the Raiders, the John Gruden drive before that was horrible, and then Anthony Lynn getting the ball back was horrible too. Like the fact that they had no plays ready. Like coaching in the NFL should be like regular jobs because these guys are idiots. Like it's horrible, man. I think everybody thinks it's Gruden. Like coaches are trash. I don't know, man. Like GM wise, I think Riddick would be decent. It just depends upon what their plan is. If their plan is to come in and make it a fire sale or do something like if they're trading Stafford immediately, I'm gonna have to like step back and wait and see because like hell, I wouldn't even know. But I don't really know who I want. I want a plan in place, and I'm assuming that whatever or whoever the Fords hire, they have a plan in place for the future. So I just hope it's not something where we're waiting like 7 and 8 years to see good football. Moore was an undercover beast for that era. Herman Moore. I told the Herman Moore story on here before. I'm gonna do a video about that. But yeah, Herman Moore, Johnny Morton, and Brett Perriman were like a top receiving trio during that time. I used to love Johnny Morton. I don't get the car out stuff there. There's no way you were MVP and 1 year later he's garbage. And it's just people that are tired of losing, like mounted pressure and all that. Like it's the same thing with like Lions fans. Lions fans think Stafford's terrible, which I don't get. But it's hard when you see guys like Lamar Jackson doing what he's doing, and I think fans are clamoring for quarterbacks that dazzle the way that those guys do, like a Russell Wilson. I think the game is changing and it's evolving, and pretty soon drop back quarterbacks are going to be a thing of the past because just the way that defense plays. Defense is fast now. You got guys on the edge that run 4.3s. You got guys in the middle that are quick and shifty, and you know they gobble up space. You got stand-up DNs that are coming to tear your head off, and quarterbacks have to be mobile. They have to have a big arm. People want to see passes downfield. Like the game is completely different. So I think the guys that you're seeing excel, like there aren't too many in the mold of a Patrick Mahomes. He's like a generational talent, but you see mobile guys and guys that the dinosaur quarterback is kind of phasing out. You got to be able to move a little bit and be dynamic and change plays or change the game. Anthony Lynn is a good motivator, good team builder, but a terrible play caller. I think that's a good analysis. Man, hey, look, that last drive was terrible, and then they almost gave the game away twice in overtime. The Chiefs fans game made Brian Flores the city. Herbert has better stats than Tua. Yeah, that's surprising. I didn't think Tua would get this much tick in his first season. If Anthony Lynn didn't call plays, he'd be a good coach. Well, there you go. Gruden was a Monday night announcer. The Raiders hired him as a coach. Yeah, I think there's just so many different tiers. Like, I think LaFleur is a good guy. McVay, like those young guys, those are the guys that I think should be the future. All these old, like Carroll, Belichick are probably the only older guys that still kind of move the needle in the league and find ways to be relevant. But everybody else, Flores, McDermott's good, but everybody else is pretty much a crapshoot, man. You could find we should be watching so much better football, but I think people are just so stuck in their systems and they don't want to progress the game and evolve it. Because look, man, the Chiefs are going to win for a long time, or they're going to be up there for a long time, and that's because they have a generational talent and they're doing what they need to do to be ahead of everybody. So everybody's going to be playing catch up for the next couple of years. The worst owner, it's the Fords. They're terrible. People hate Spanos out in L.A. Who else? Who else is a bad owner? Everybody. Who are good owners? Kraft is probably a good owner. Perriman was the perfect compliment. Yeah, Morton, whole family was crazy athletic. Give Carr help. Is it worth investing in quarterbacks anymore? Like, I feel like it's a quarterback-driven league, but is it really even worth it to pay those guys and not yield any results? Like, the only issue with I think fans have with Stafford is he's tying up so much money, but it's not like people are beating down the door to come here. Like, I thought all the old Patriots players coming here was good, but I don't know. Is it really worth it to pay quarterbacks anymore? Zach Wilson overrated. Do you think the Titans can win a Super Bowl in the next 10 years? I think them and the Chiefs are going to yes, I think they're going to be a little closer. I don't think they will. I think they can. DEQWAN, Gil. People expect quarterbacks to throw 40 and 77 INTs every year. It's and that's simple as it is, man. Like, you're not getting 40 and 7 out of anybody outside of Mahomes, Rodgers, guys like that. And that's just because they're God tier. They're next level. Like, if you're playing against solid competition in the NFL, that's impossible. Like, a 2-to-1 ratio is good. Like, those guys are the 40 and 7. That's what? That's 4 and 5, 6. That's 6-to-1. Like, I mean, that's something that's unheard of. That's why these guys are running for MVP. Stafford is similar to Elway. He'll sacrifice his body and do it all for his team. How many quarterbacks? Yeah, and I think I did a really bad comparison on here. I think I called him Vinny Testaverde. I think, like, Elway's a good comparison too, without the winning. But, Elway didn't win until later in his career. So I always thought of him as like a poor man's Romo. But, man, big arm. He just his only knock is that sometimes he has to gamble and force it downfield, and that's just because of who he plays for. If you guys can't tell, I'm a big Stafford fan, so Ravens, no, it's only the D. Zach Wilson, no. Panthers probably will have a chance at Zach Wilson or Trey Lance. Who should they get? I don't know about that one. Old school football doesn't work anymore. Yeah, all the older, if you're still 50, like all those 50, 60, 70-year-old guys, they're trying to play 1990 football, year 2000 football. Like they got to open up the playbook. Like the rules are designed for big plays and it's catered to the offense. Throw that bitch down the field. Hug it, chug it, football. Joe Judge is overrated. I don't think that's unpopular at all. Remember when Dan Quinn was good? No. Mark Davis trash, yes. Jimmy Haslam sucks. Fantasy team 12-1. Who you got on fantasy? What league you in? Thoughts on the Dolphins? Man. Tua looking like he the real deal. That defense is good too. I hope they get into the playoffs. It's gonna be. I think it's a lot more fun now that the Patriots aren't the top dog in the AFC East. It's good watching Josh Allen play too. Dan Snyder can't say he's not. Is there a Fan Friday on Christmas Eve? There is. I might not make it. I haven't decided. I'm gonna try to gauge that on Christmas Eve. I may hop on for it depends. If you guys want me to hop on for Fan Friday, drop a line in the comments of this video or in the chat, and I'll count up the votes. If it is, I'll find some time. The Chiefs, I think, will falter once Reed retires because, can have crazy solid freaks like the Chiefs, etc. But if the coach and staff can't give them roots and wings, then it's wasted potential. I think they'll find somebody. They got Mahomes locked up for 10 years, man. They're going to find somebody to succeed, follow him up, whatever the word is. Like, I mean, that would be somewhere Bieniemy comes back if he gets a job and, they know that Andy Reid's leaving. Like, they're going to find somebody to run what Patrick Mahomes wants to run. And still, it's Patrick Mahomes. What do you think is the next? Is that rivalry? Railway? I don't know what that is. You got to invest in a quarterback, but sometimes you get a Carson Wentz after a big contract. But man, like I was looking at sacks for this year. Like he's clearly under duress. The Eagles are, I think, first in giving up on sacks allowed. So, I mean, that's a big part of it. And I think a lot of people were saying, what was it, the Monday night games, like, how do you evaluate this? Well, he sucks right now because when he did have time to make throws, he missed. But in context, like, he's been sacked more than anybody this season. So he's probably under pressure and not settled in the pocket. So there's a lot to go into it. But maybe he needs to change the scenery because, I mean, it hasn't really worked out in Philadelphia for him at all. Like injuries. I mean, maybe he and I don't know who would be wanting to take that contract on. So, they're stuck with him some way, or there's going to be a lot of movement in the offseason. Do you think Titans KC is going to be a great interdivision rivalry? I'd have to see Tennessee win in the playoffs to call it a rivalry yet. I know they'll beat them in the regular season, but I don't think that playoff game was close, and I didn't think it would be. It's like who can keep up with Kansas City? Like, I mean, I know they played a decent game, but like who can keep up with Kansas City? The football team are building something really good in their culture. I mean, they're playing. I didn't think that they would be playing as well. Say Mahomes was drafted by the Browns, would he still been very good? I think he's a generational talent. I think whatever team you put him on, he was gonna be good. I don't think he would have been this successful on the Browns, but I think he would have still been Patrick Mahomes. I feel like we're slowly losing the pocket passer quarterback for the dual threat. Yeah, that's why quarterbacks like Jackson, Murray, and Watson are so good. And I don't think it would be more of a dual threat. I think it's more escapability for a lot of them because these guys still look to pass downfield, except for Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson is probably like needs the most development, but I think the escapability is a thing now because offensive lines, it's just hard because they're going up against freaks of nature on defense, man. And like you, without doing tricky stuff and chipping and misdirection screens, keeping D linemen off their pass rush, you're not really helping yourself just doing straight drops and not moving the pocket. Like I think coaches don't want to coach to their players' strength anymore. Like I think Patricia's a good example, and that's probably going to be my most frame of reference. It's like he said that he came in and he needed his guys. He didn't have his guys for the first 2 seasons. Well, he got his guys, and his guys suck. And I think a lot of coaches have that mentality that, I need my guys. Well, no, you could find out what works for the people that you have and make it work. And I think that's where we're missing a lot of growth is that coaches need their guys. Like we kept saying Jim Harbaugh needs his quarterback. He needs his quarterback. Jim Harbaugh never got his quarterback. So needing your guys isn't the formula to success. You just got to be a good coach. And I don't think there are too many coaches in the NFL that can take sugar or shit and turn it into sugar. So MVP candidates, A-Rod, Mahomes, and Russell Wilson. I think it's going to be Rodgers. I think somehow they're going to give it to Rodgers, but it's either Rodgers or Mahomes. And it's deserving. Aaron Rodgers is on fire, man. And they didn't – we were all talking about them drafting Jordan Love, not getting them no help. You can take Tom, Dick, and Harry and pull them off, and Aaron Rodgers is going to find a way to get them open. So you got to invest in your staff, and your franchise will follow. Look at the Pats under Belichick era. I mean, you don't really need to stay. We found out that all of his staff sucks. Like there's been what? Isn't Flores one? I think Flores is like probably one of the only success stories out of that tree so far. There's, if you find me a couple of like McDaniels trash, Patricia trash, Bill O'Brien trash. Like it's not gonna be the old guys that move the game forward because they're too stuck in their ways. They're trying to jam stuff where it doesn't work. I think the Browns are pretenders. They're not. I don't see them winning a playoff game unless it's like one of those we're facing the AC or 7th seed. I don't think they got it. Deshaun Watson, the LeBron James of the NFL. No, not at all. That's Patty Moe. The rules are designed for two-hand touch with pads. I think it's a lot. It's protective. I hate the way the game is played a little bit because you put defenders in bad positions and it's kind of like you got to make decisions which could hurt. You slow the game down and you could hurt yourself. So, I mean, I don't hate it because the health and well-being of the players matter more, but it's a slow down version. Belichick, Reed, Harbaugh, and Carroll are the best older coaches right now. Yep. Harbaugh's iffy with me sometimes, but yeah. I got Baker and Tyreek Hill and Kelsey. Oh yeah, you got Tyreek Hill. I know that Buccaneers game did you well. All right, that's one. I set up the Discord. It's you guys are gonna have to bear with me on that because I suck at it. It's Quality TV. Where's the server? Yeah, it's Quality TV. I don't know. How do I post the invite? I feel like an old person right now. We'll do that later. The Discord is Quality TV. If you guys show up, I don't know how to do it. Yeah, but the Discord is up. I'll figure out how to get it to you guys. Tomlin's good, yeah, but he's on the younger end. Like I'm talking about the guys that have been around since the '90s. They were coordinators, early 2000s. I think Tomlin's more so. He was like McVay before McVay was the it coach. I think Tomlin's been around, but I don't consider him with those older old school guys. Wade Phillips, oh my God! Like Wade Phillips is a name that I know as a kid. He needs to be out of there. Like who? Marinelli's still in the NFL. I hate Rod Marinelli went 0-16 with the Lions. There's no reason that he should be in the NFL coaching. He should be like somewhere coaching high school or in college. Like, of course, he has a lot of knowledge and he's probably really good at what he does, but like he stunk. Like there's no opportunity for anybody else to get a job because as long as he's mediocre, he'll be in a DC position for the rest of his life until he decides to walk away. So you're talking guys that's like 70 and 80 years old just holding up jobs for everybody else. Like get these guys out of here, man. Get everybody that's like 50 and 60. This might be ageist, but y'all got to retire and let some other people make some millions for coasting and stealing money. Nobody's trading Mahomes ever. I would never trade. Oh my goodness. Y'all forgot about Andy Reid. I think we've mentioned Andy Reid a lot. Josh Allen for potential MVP. Yeah, I don't think he's. I think he had he's having a great season, but I don't think he's in that run yet. I think Mahomes was six. Yeah, I mean generational is generational, man. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like I don't think Wentz is horrible, but they're probably giving up on him now. Like how do you grade that? Because he can't stay on the field because of your offense. So Jalen Hurts is at least mobile so he can protect himself, but who's holding on to the ball too long, Matt? Do you think if Manziel would stop drinking? No. Undersized, man. Can't do that run around schoolyard stuff in the NFL. Carson's scared to get hit. Once his pocket collapses, he goes into panic mode. I think the man has gotten over his end. Yeah, I mean, like, and that's it. So that does him in. He's done for. Like if you're scared and when the pressure's on and you can't feel the pocket collapsing, you think you're going to get injured again. That's going to be something that you can't really quarterback your way through. Best NFL uniforms of all time. I think the Chargers powder blue in 2006 it was, I think. I don't know if they still wear them, but the original ones, I think those are probably it. What else is really good off the top of my head? The 49ers, the white with the 94 49ers, the Dion joints, those are really good. And I think I really like the orange Broncos. How different do you think wrestling would be if Brock Lesnar stayed in the NFL? That's a loaded question because I mean, he got cut, so I think he would have found his way to wrestling regardless. He's a monster. Do you watch college football? I haven't been watching this year. This year has been kind of like a crapshoot for me, man, because it's just so much going on Saturdays. The Raiders are like a every week win or lose. They're the only team to beat Kansas City, but they're the only team to go down. Yeah, and it's inconsistency, man. That's coaching stuff. Mahomes is solid no matter what, just like Russell Wilson. Dual threat. And like I said, I don't even think Patrick Mahomes is like a dual threat quarterback. He's just he has escapability. There's a difference. Like Lamar Jackson is a dual threat. Lamar Jackson can run for 200 yards if he had the opportunity, if he had the arm talent. Patrick Mahomes can escape pressure, but he's always looking to throw. So I think that's the difference in the distinctions. Like Mahomes he has escapability. I don't think he's a dual threat just because he's always looking to throw it downfield. So like that's a distinction that I think Russ is a dual threat, but he's still he can take off, but he's still looking to throw downfield, and I think that comes with time. And what you would hope Lamar molds turn more into Russell Wilson than it does Michael Vick. But 90s Raptors. Okay, we talking basketball. 90s Raptors are good. Nuggets, the Mountains, the Mountains from I think the '94 team. The Jazz. Mountains are good design on NBA jerseys. I'm starting to come around to the Pistons, the teal jerseys. I hated them as a kid, but they look smooth now. Should the NFL update the holding penalty, for example, make the punishment be 5 yards instead of 10? Man, it's a drive killer too, but I think those plays, that's a good choice. I like that. That's a good thought. What's the benefit to that, Taylor? What do you think? Mo Money, what's up? How do you feel about Justin Fields? I think it's hard to gauge Ohio State quarterbacks because who's the last good Ohio State quarterback? Troy. Krenzel didn't work. Troy Smith didn't work. Cardell didn't work. TP didn't work. Like, I don't know. I don't know what he's going to go to the league and do. I hope they're not going to sign Wash Pats players anymore. It was all Patricia. I mean, you get the guys that you think could work in your system. It didn't work. I think TJ is going to win it too. Offensive Player of the Year, Devontae Adams. What do you think about? What do you guys think about that one, Devontae Adams? Rookie of the Year, Herbert, Chase Young. That sounds like it's on point. Brian Flores. Zach Taylor is the worst. Tomlin. How McDaniel's trash. As a head coach? Talking heads are calling for poor Flores to be fired. You giving Ron coach? Yeah, that's given what he's had. I don't think he's gonna win it with unless they get a winning record. But he should. I mean, let's see how the last few games play out. I think Vrabel's doing a great job. He's not in the tree. I don't think he coached under Belichick. He just played. Browns are a good team. Not great, but good. I think this season is something they build off of. What if the whole time Beckham was the problem? That's crazy. Playoff games. Let me see. Where's we at? Man, I lost all these. Let me see. Juju's annoying, man. He's a kid, though. You think the Browns are winning some playoff game? I don't think so. I'm not sold. Yeah, Riverboat Ron is he doing the damn thing with whatever he got on that roster. I honestly don't know why anyone would say Chase Young has been a disappointment. Yeah. Claypool, I don't think he's winning Rookie of the Year. He's kind of fallen off after those first couple of big games, haven't he? No help for his first run. Yeah, that's I don't think that comparison is gonna stick. Jeremy Chin, Defensive Player of the Year. Or Defensive Rookie of the Year. I do have a Reddit. The Reddit is quality TV. Did I create the channel? Oh man, I don't think I created the channel. I got to figure that out. The Reddit is quality TV. I posted some stuff in there, but we'll get it going. And as far as the team chemistry, as far as the coaching goes, your team has to mail in order for the players to gel. Yeah. With Drew Brees being knocked out of the game this week for the rest of the season, who we talking about? Brees? Wade Phillips is a decent defensive mind as a head coach, not so good. And that's the thing, man. Like, there should be some type of mentor program where these guys can like coach, but not be head coaches or be in positions where they could just give us this product. I don't think watching NFL football, I feel like it's too slow for the times now. Like all the punting at this point, all the punting and things that happen during the course of the game, it's boring. Like there are a lot of games where, you watch the Chiefs throw up 200, 300 yards in the first half, and it's like, man, how do you combat that? Well, you try to throw 200, 300 yards up in the first half, and coaches can't do that, and they're not thinking about that. So, like, I don't know. I don't think Taysom Hill is good, and I see a lot of you guys talking about that. I think he's just a dual threat, and he gets by. Like I've seen a lot of his throws, and a lot of his throws look like crap. So they're managing though. Stats are top 5 for Allen this year. It's kind of hard to argue. Yeah, but I mean he's not a name, and it's Buffalo. I don't think he's going to get the respect that he deserves. So like, you're telling me his stats are top 5, but the name doesn't ring. Why does Sean Payton think Taysom Hill is the future? I have no idea. Let me catch up here. We're playing Take a Guess at 4:30, guys. If you want to stick around, we got 2 more games left. If Matt Finkler, if you're in here, I think you're 200 points behind third place, but I don't think anybody's catching James McKinney. He has 11,250 points. So you probably have to win both games flawlessly. Yeah, LT and powder blue. Those jerseys was cold, man. No matter how you spin it. I think those, and I think of 49ers with the gold letters, all white, or the gold outline with the red letters. Those is fire, man. I need a Deion jersey just like that. Don't be fat, Raider fan. Should the NFL add a 3-point? I think there should be a lot of rule changes, man. They should the onside kick stuff should be changed to the XFL stuff. I think the kickoff, that's a good implementation. They just need to speed the game up. It's slow and it's boring, and it's just the same old thing that we've been getting. So Grant Hill retros, yes. I saw an arena question. Man, I'm so behind on this chat. Y'all be talking. There we go. Quan, when you played arena football, was it faster than college? Did they hit really hard or hold back a little to stay healthy for the game? Man, we didn't practice at all. We showed up like my first year. We practiced kind of hard. I didn't really know what the hell was going on, but I don't think it was fast. I think college was faster than the level I played at. I played against a lot of the Chicago Slaughter guys for one game, and it was eye-opening, I guess. To Bobby Scipio, probably the fastest, tallest, best receiver I played against, and it looked like David versus Goliath out there. But I ain't give up no touchdowns. In the draft, everyone was talking about Chase Young. Now no one's talking about him. I don't think he's underrated. I just think he's having a good season. Derrick Henry should be an Offensive Player of the Year candidate. Chase Young. Baker's plays so much better without Odell. Yeah, I'm telling you, it's going to be hilarious if he was the issue. I think holding penalties ruin football games. With more mobile quarterbacks, it's much harder to not hold. It's hard to catch so players are wrongly fagged to counter it and still keep a game. I think that's a really good point, man, because like I said, once again, the evolution of defensive players and who they got coming off the edge. You get a guy that's running a 4-3. He's going to get up the field, and either offenses are going to have to do something, or that could be something that I think it would slow the game down because you got guys more willing to hold on plays when they get beat. So it's kind of like a double-edged sword. It's a good thought, but I think the implementation would eventually cause more guys to hold because it's not a bigger penalty, and they get away with a lot now. So oh yeah, he's definitely top 5. I can't believe he came out that way like Alabama running backs. I'm not really keen on Alabama running backs, but Derrick Henry's definitely. What did Ye Vibe say? He's goated. Derrick Henry's goated. You think Barkley will come back after his injury to the standout he will? Yeah, he's still young. Who's the biggest bust since 2017 besides Rosen? I don't think Darnold's a bust yet. You guys got to give more. I think we're really reactionary as a society to things. I don't think he's a bust. He probably hasn't lived up to expectations, but it's the Jets. We talk about how bad Adam Gase is as a coach. I think he still has time. King Kumar, what's up? I don't think carries too much of the workload. How long is the stream for? We're going till it's 4:20 here. I'll probably cut it off like 5 minutes before for take a guess. But you can come and go as you please, man. Scott, what did you want to say? I feel like Rosen leaves after he leaves the Buccaneers. He will be good developing under Brady right now. That's a dream. That's a good thought, man. Like he got done wrong in every way imaginable, but he also probably isn't jaw dropping. So Business is business. If an NFL team played a college team, college shouldn't get a first down all game and should lose 83-0. Yeah. He's on the Buccaneers already, even after they slapped the Steelers with the top D in defense. Trevor Lawrence is 85-3 since high school. The Jets will flip that. NV Spark It, what's up? NFL Elite needs less ads. Kickoff possession and kickoff ad timeout. Ad after the possession. Yeah. Gruden sucks. Landry underrated. Kyler Murray and that scrambling ability. Gruden, Ben Buns. Everyone thought him coming back revamp his old mojo. It's old style, man. All that old school football. It's out of here. Flores, real good coach. Darnold's not a bust, but compared to he's a bust. Man, McCarthy's on drugs or something. Imagine trying to tackle King Henry. No thanks. Jerry Jones is a horrible owner. He should have been left. Landry ain't underrated. He was a top wide receiver in college, but just like Gordon, you never know who's going to show up. CeeDee Lamb. Russell is nice too. Who's still in here? We're gonna stream again Sunday. I'm probably gonna end the stream here so I can get some water and stuff. Stick around.